Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to read a story called Crazy Hair Day. While we're reading the story, I want you to listen about and remember about the beginning, middle, and end of the story because we're going to talk about it at the end, and then you're going to have an activity to do for us. Oh, there's our title page, Crazy Hair Day. Stanley Burnham woke up early. Bald Eagle Elementary School was celebrating Crazy Hair Day, and Stanley couldn't wait. They had celebrated Pajama Day, Twin Day, and 60s Day. Stanley's favorite was Twin Day because he and his best friend, Larry Finchfeather, had worn exactly the same thing. Stanley was ready. He had rubber bands, he had styling gel, and to make his hair perfect, Stanley had 2 cans of Halloween hairspray. Stanley's mother knew just what to do. She wrapped, she dipped, and to make his hair perfect, she sprayed Stanley's hair bright orange and blue. Ta-da! Said Stanley. I'm a work of art. You are going to be late if you don't hurry, said his mother. Stanley rolled the rubber bands in his hair, and he gently tapped the tops of his spikes. This, he said, is going to be a day I will never forget. I bet Larry Finchfeather and I will have the craziest hair in the whole school, Stanley thought. And as he walked toward the classroom, he heard his teacher talking. And remember, Mr. Winger said, Crazy Hair Day is next Friday. Everybody stopped. Everybody stared. Stanley felt sick. Larry Finchfeather said, Is that a hairdo or a hair don't? Everybody laughed, and Stanley ran to the bathroom. A few minutes later, Stanley heard someone come in. It's me, Larry Finchfeather. The Larry Finchfeather who just made fun of me in front of the whole class? Asked Stanley. I was only teasing, said Larry. Some days you tease me too much, said Stanley. Mr. Ringer said, He wants me to be a peacemaker instead of a troublemaker, said Larry. I'm supposed to bring you back to class. I'm not going, said Stanley. If you stay in here, you'll miss being in the class picture, said Larry. I thought that was next Friday, said Stanley. Crazy Hair Day is next Friday, said Larry. Today is school picture day. And Stanley rolled the rubber bands in his hair, and he gently tapped the tops of his spikes. This, he said, is going to be a day I will never forget. Larry Finchfeather suggested that Stanley try washing his hair in the sink. It won't help, said Stanley. Halloween hair color lasts 4 days. Well, it really doesn't matter. It's only your hair, Larry told him. If you don't come out of here by the time math is over, I'm coming to get you. You can't stay here all day. It was very quiet after Larry Finchfeather left, and Stanley wondered if maybe he could spend all day in the bathroom. He ate his lunch. Ooh, he drew pictures. He even timed himself to see how fast he could flush all the toilets. 32 and a half seconds, he shouted. A new world record by me. Stanley Burnham. Stanley had counted up to 121, 122, 123 drops of water from a leaky faucet when Larry Finchfeather came back. Beep! Time's up. Let's go, Larry announced. Picture time. If I'm in it, I'll look like the class weirdo, said Stanley. Remember 60's Day when Mr. Ringus had the flu, but came in anyway, said Larry. And he said the day wouldn't be the same if we weren't all together. You have to come. I'll give you 5 minutes. Larry Finchfeather left, and Stanley Burnham thought about 60's Day when Mr. Winger had taught them all those great old songs. He remembered how on Pajama Day, everyone in his class had worn PJs and slippers. And then Stanley imagined what his picture would look like without him. He decided to go back to class to keep from being nervous, Stanley made up a song. Crazy hair day, crazy hair, how I wish it wasn't there. Stanley felt someone touch his shoulder. I was just coming to get you, said Larry Finchfeather. What if they laugh at me again? Asked Stanley. Everything will be fine, Larry whispered. I promise. Stanley stood in front of the class. Everyone stopped. Everyone stared. Everyone rolled the rubber band. Stanley rolled the rubber bands in his hair, and he gently tapped the top of his spikes. This, he said, is going to be a day I will never forget. Look, boys and girls, all his friends and his teacher have something on their heads to be just like him, so he wouldn't be the only one on Crazy Hair Day, since he messed up and didn't remember which day was actually Crazy Hair Day. Oh goodness, that is so good of them. Okay, so like I said, you're going to have to figure out the beginning, middle, and end. So at the beginning of this story is when Stanley gets all excited because he's like, oh my goodness, it's Crazy Hair Day. He's getting ready. In the middle of the story, he is in the bathroom and he's ate his lunch, which is disgusting. He drew some pictures and he counted the um, the drops from the faucet of the water. And then at the end, his teacher and his classmates all put things on their heads to be just like him. So he wouldn't be the only one who had something crazy on their heads for picture day. So what we would like for you to do is to go ahead and choose if you like the beginning, the middle, or the end. Draw a picture about it. Write a sentence telling us which part you liked. Of course, your sentence has to match your picture. And then tell us why you chose that. Why you chose the beginning, the middle, or the end. And send it in to us on Dojo. And as always, have a great day, boys and girls. And check back with us for videos and lessons. And we will talk to you guys soon. Bye.